Okay, moving to the next problem that we have, which is removing an element. So given an integer array nums and an integer val, remove all occurrences of val of numbers in place. The relative order of the elements may be changed. Okay, that's fine. So basically it's asking me that given an integer array nums and a value, I have to remove threes from this, but you don't really need to remove, you can just move it out of there. So yeah, the best way to do here is usually just you replace it with the end value of the array, and yeah, you keep doing this, and you need to output the number of elements in the array. So basically if I output 2, the array, they'll know that these are the values that we need to consider. So you need to also output the scale. Okay, that sounds good. So for, let's say this val is 2, I see 0, 1 is fine, I see 2, so I'm going to replace this with the end of this 2. So this 2 goes to the end, then now there's another 2 here, and when I replace this, I'm going to decrease this pointer by -1. So since it's 2 again, I'm going to replace it with 4. And then once I replace it, I do n minus minus. I see there's another 2. I'm going to replace that with 0. Then I do I plus plus, I do 3. That's fine, I move ahead. And once my I and end pointer meet, that's when I end it. So 0, 1, 4, 0. Okay, that sounds good. So this is fairly straightforward. I'm gonna have I which starts from 0. I'm gonna have an end pointer which is pointing to the num start length -1. So I have 2 pointers. I'm gonna keep doing till they don't meet, right? And once they meet, right? Yeah, that sounds good. And once I have this, I'm gonna check if my nums of I is equal to val. If it's not, I'm just simply going to move forward. But if it is, I'm going to replace my nums of I with the nums of end, and I'm going to do end minus minus. The reason you don't need to do I plus plus here is that since we saw here, right, the last value could also be the value which we need to remove. So we need to again check if that value is equal to val, because if that's the case, I need to replace it with now the updated end pointer. So you're like, after replacing this 2 with this 2, I'm gonna replace this 2 with the next 4. So yeah, this is going to take care of that. To return the number of values, right? I'm just gonna return, okay, what do you return here? So 0, 1, 2. So my I is going to be this 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And I need to return 5, so return I plus 1, or I could simply return end, which would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So end is 7, and at the end of it, end is going to be 6, 5, 4. Okay, okay, let's check. Let's print the values of I and end. Let's see what do we get. Now let's just return end and see what happens. Okay. Okay, so I see that my I is 5 and is 4, so I need to return I. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the best way would be we could just have a K pointer just keeping track of it, but I'm trying to see if we can use one of these. So the only thing I was confused was, should I go with I or end? So since end, so what's going to happen is we have I here, we have end here, both meet, and then there's going to be I plus plus and n minus minus. I know that since they want the number of elements, this new increased I is still giving me the number of elements. So we should return I. And there we go, it's accepted. Awesome. Okay, in terms of time complexity, what we have is, since we are going over there, max O of n, that's going to be, we might even end before that, but that's the max you're going to go, so O of n. And space is going to be O of 1, since we are not using any arrays or anything, just some variables. So yeah, thank you.